Hey, crypto traders, want to give you an update. Today is Friday. It's normally a really big day for cryptocurrency. Right around 4 o'clock in the afternoon, a lot of the traders leave the uh, the traditional trade space and they move their money over for the weekend. So Friday afternoon, Friday evening is a good space to be back in. So no matter what it does through the day, my intention is to be back into 50% Bitcoin and 50% in Litecoin. I may change it up a little bit. I might go into Ethereum, Litecoin, and Bitcoin because they all have some pretty big potential growth. The only problem with Ethereum, the reason I didn't mention that first, is it's sitting really high and it's not taking its correction yet. So it's got a super high RSI, which is right here. We're not seeing any sell off at all. Ethereum's got some really big news lately and some real positive spin. So with Amazon and some other places looking into it, I think Ethereum might end up being the number 2 coin. Not for sure, but it's really starting to take off. So I actually don't want to get in on a high. If I get in this weekend, I would do it if it came back down to the 750, 760 realm. So here's my analysis for the weekend. I would get in no matter where you are, no matter where you got in. I would actually be in because we're in for a couple really big launches. One of them is Bitcoin, which is typical on a Friday afternoon, and the other one is Litecoin. And I'm not going to get into strong technical analysis. For those of you who want to start learning that, I'm going to start doing some of it. But but everything, all the trends are saying that Litecoin's probably going to take the biggest lead this weekend. It's broken its 200-day trend, which is the first of all the coins of the ones that I'm trading anyway, the first to break the 200 trend. And there's a tremendous amount of support for it to not go down below 150. What is this? 155. So if it breaks over the 164 or 165 again today, it's very likely not going to find its way back down to the 150s or 140s, at least not this weekend. Even though the RSI is a little bit high, it's just there's too many other factors that are pointing in it moving in an upward fashion. So I would say the safest bet, the way to make some money this weekend, is Litecoin or Bitcoin. So let me move over to Bitcoin. Bitcoin's doing really well. It's pushing the $10,000 mark, which is the big psychological barrier. I'm pretty sure it's going to break that maybe tonight or tomorrow. So right now we're at 96, somewhere around it's bouncing around the 96, 95 something range for today, and it's pushing this red upward trend. It's really hugging it pretty tight. So very likely tonight it'll bounce up and over 10, which is a psychological. It may or may not bounce against it, but it's definitely going to push over this week. This is going to be a big, strong week for Bitcoin. I don't know that it'll be as strong as what we've seen with Litecoin and Ethereum. If you can see what Ethereum's done, look at the kind of growth that it's taken. It's just crazy. And then Bitcoin Cash is even crazier. I mean, look at what it did. I truly expected that it was going to come back down here to the 984 mark, and I actually still have a buy order in somewhere around that range, but I'm not sure it's going to make it. It looks like it's got some of the negative news that came out after the push didn't push it down very far at all. So I think Bitcoin Cash is here to stay. Was a little worried about that, whether it would or wouldn't. So this is what this looks like. It actually looks like $2,200 is the next sell-off and resistance point. So if you can get into Bitcoin Cash, I still think it's the riskier of the four. But if you can get a little bit into Bitcoin Cash, you've got a really nice run up here to $2,200 or $2,500. And so I don't think the run's done. One of the things I want to talk to you guys about is why not to trade Bitcoin. It's one of the things that I was announcing for this weekend. I think we're in such a strong position right now with everything moving in this upward momentum and the amount of traffic that's really coming into Bitcoin. We've seen 3 months of all the negatives, so all that stuff's flushed out. But we have so much more traffic in the last 30 days and so many more people buying in that it might be a really safe bet to not be trading at all. I mean, just to buy one or two of your favorite coins and just let it ride out. And there's a lot of reasons for that. And so that's why I'm saying you might actually win more just by sitting this month than trading. I'm probably going to look for the really, really safe or psychological bounces. I'll probably trade a little bit, but I think what I've found is that most of the times when I lose, I'm losing because I'm taking risky bets, like I did yesterday. Yesterday was a traditional bounce. I expected it to come up to 160 and then bounce back down to the 150 range. It never did, and it's the end of the week, so it probably never will. So bouncing, I actually didn't lose money. You know, if you sell $100,000 worth of Bitcoin, you get $100,000 in cash. If Bitcoin's value doubles, you didn't lose anything. You just lost your potential gain. And I teach that all the time. You know, as long as you're not doing really silly stuff and losing money, as long as you stay with the safe trading principles, there's really no place to go but up. So this is going to be a good year. We're expecting big things in the next 30 days. And I'm going to do some technical analysis this weekend to show you why I'm saying some of the stuff that I'm saying. And I think that most of these coins will probably double in price in the next 90 days. Some of them will probably double faster. Like Litecoin is probably primed to be the fastest grower of the bunch. So that's why I'm really liking it. And that's it for today. I'm going to sign off, be watching closely. If something crazy happens before 5 o'clock, I'll probably send out some more buy-sell signals. Other than that, stay tuned for some trading and training for the weekend. See you later. Bye.